Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha. Nambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha. Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha. Vakratundaha Supakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha. Sutlambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasya Dvirata Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Vignanti Satatam Vishvaktenam Tamastraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Akrishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namjasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabjabhaskaram Bande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Janmadhyasya Yataha Anvayat Itaratascha Artheshu Abhignah Svarat Tene Brahma Hruda Yaha Aditavaye Mukhyanti Yat Surayah Tejovari Mudam Yatha Vidimayah Yatra Trisargo Mrisha Dhamna Sveda Sada Nirasta Kohakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Darbhat Prochada Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmat Saranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vakta Sivadam Tapatrayon Molanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Pare Vishwaraha Sadhyo Hridi Avarudhyatehe Atra Krutibihi Susrushdevi Takshanate Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Sukhamukhat Amrita Dravasam Yutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now with Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off. In our last session, we came up to Slokam 41 in Adhyayam 28, in Skandham number 3. Kapila Bhagavan is teaching the importance of the yoga sadhana. Yoga, again, please, the word yoga is used in a different context nowadays. That's not what the meaning here is. It is yogam, we simply mean becoming one with. Okay, becoming one with. Losing the feeling of separation. The process of achieving that is also called yoga. And the final result achieved is yogam. Okay, both the process and the objective. The idea is to lose the separation, the feeling of separation from the one. Okay. And the ekam sat, okay, advitiyam Brahman, that truth, right? Now, several steps have been taught to us by Bhagavan himself, and Bhagavan comes very often, more often than we think, okay? Even though he is present invisibly everywhere, he also manifests himself in a way that as needed, very important, as needed in people's lives where he manifests himself and shows his presence. Now, why he does it, when does it, how he does it, that's up to him. And the person who is blessed with awareness and with the experience of his manifestation is done not out of any partiality by Bhagavan, but because that particular person needed that most. So this is what Bhagavan does. Now, if the several steps have been done, and wherever he comes, he also teaches him continuously, non-stop teaching of how to get back home, how to do this sadhana of yoga, the process, the steps to be taken, as well as the final result to be achieved. Both are there, both exhortation, guidance, as well as teaching, schooling, step by step. It's beautiful. We never, once you say yes to me, you are mine forever. It's what Swami says. You never let go of your hand. Even though I fall down, I slip, whatever, He never lets go of my hand, carries me along. But I have to walk. The walking I have to do, the steps, the effort, self-effort has to be there. Very important. Now, in that process, as with Bhagavan's grace, one undertakes, as Adi Shankara Bhagavatam said, has taught us, Koti Janma Punya Karma Praptihi Bina Na Labhyate. Even the taste, the ruchi, to tread the spiritual path, even the ruchi to get back home, even the taste comes only as a result of punyangal done in koti janmangal, koti birth. Without that, it is not, even the ruchi cannot be obtained. That is what Adi Shankara Bhagavatam has told us. Let us leave all that aside. We are here today with Bhagavan's grace. We are listening to Him. That means we must follow what He says. That's all that our current thing is. Forget the past, how many births I've taken, how many births I'm going to have. I really don't know. It doesn't matter. Really does not matter. What is important is, this moment, what am I going to do? Listen to Bhagavan. And in spite of my failures and deficiencies and lack of determination and perseverance and shraddha and all that, continue with His grace and He will guide. This is the greatest thing about Bhagavan, never let you down. Now, as I become ripened in this process of yoga, in this journey of losing my selfishness, to put it in another way, as I become ripened and ripened and ripened, I become sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. The word that is used in Sanskritam for this ripening, most skilled in this, is yuktam. Yuktam is a word that means very ripe, highly skilled. In whatever field that you do, if a yuktaha means, that means you are very skilled in that. In the spiritual field, it's equal to highly skilled in this process of the yoga process, the sadhana process. Now, the yuktam is very important because we're going to talk about in Slokam 42 and then 43. Now, what happens as with Bhagavan's grace, one becomes very ripened in this process, very mature, such a sweetness, and then he experiences, tastes the sweetness of selfless love, of prema. That knowledge that comes from personal experience, not from textbook, not from the teacher telling you this is what it is, not even from Bhagavan himself telling you how tasty it is, how beautiful it is. No, nothing other than no. Personal experience of realizing the truth of that statement, the madhuram, the sweetness of it. That knowledge coming from personal experience is called jnana. Then, what happens after that? Then that selfless love itself takes me to the level where the knowledge expands and finds that the whole universe, the whole ocean, everything is that sweetness only, that bliss only, that santam only. I'm just a droplet in that. So that is called drashtum, to see it. Then, subsequent to that, is the merging in that. The drop of the ocean realizes how sweet it is, then realizes it is nothing but an amsam of the sweetness of the whole ocean, and then loses its identity and becomes one with the ocean. That becoming one with the ocean, that is the final step. That is where the difference of separation is lost. That is called pravesishtam. Very important. Yatum, drashtum cha, pravesishtam cha parantapa is what we're going to look at Bhagavan's faith. We're going to take the slokam up in Bhagavad Gita. And this is the step that is described. And then, after listening to all this, then I get wonderstruck, I get diffident, I get a feeling of inadequacy. Can I really do this? Can I really do dharanam? Can I really do pranayamam, pratyaharam? All these things are there. Can I really do it? The feeling of diffidence comes. For that, Bhagavan, in his infinite compassion, immeasurable, infinite compassion, is going to say, don't worry, my child. It can be achieved through bhakti yogam. Just love God. That is enough. That is what this next 3 slokams are going to lead to. And with His grace, you will take up the slokam and again go back to what Bhagavan says in the Krishna Avataram, in the Bhagavad Gita. So with the prompting that I had, that means Bhagavan will make it clear bring in the clarity to both myself and to yourself. Both are important. And so let us take up slokam 42 now. Sarvabhuteshu chatmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani. Number 42. Iksheta ananyabhavena bhuteshu iva tadatmatam. Sarvabhuteshu chatmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani. Iksheta ananyabhavena bhuteshu iva tadatmatam. Okay. Now, this is the jnatum, the knowledge, that stage it is. That is where it is now come. Very beautiful it is. Meaning, pada arthangal, bhuteshu, all the beings in the creation, right? And all of them. Then tadatpatam, the indweller, the essence, the indestructible essence that is present in the various temporary appearances and disappearances in the whole creation, tadatpatam, the eternal essence of that. Okay, there is one constant essence there, which is consciousness, which is awareness. Eva, like that, Dhrit yogi, now what does he do? Atmanam, Atmanam iksheta. He sees himself in every being. Also, sarvabhutani atmani cha iksheta. He also experiences that all the beings are also in him. He sees himself in everything and also sees everything in himself. And this is not an intellectual thing. Ananya bhavena iksheta, without a feeling of separation. The oneness. This is a formless thing. It is actually nothing but prema, selfless love. The same love, same prema that is in me, prompting me, witnessing whatever I think and do and speak, etc. The same prema that is in you. No difference. That oneness, that personal knowledge that he gets at this stage. Sarva bhuteshu chatmanam, sarva bhutani cha atmani, iksheta ananya bhavena bhuteshu iva tad atmatam. Now, let us take one slokam at a time and then go back to Bhagavad Gita. I can also take the 3 slokams together and then go back also, but I thought this would be better. So, go to Dhyana Yogam, which is Adhyayam number 6 in Bhagavad Gita, slokam 29. Okay? See, look at the very first line there. I hope you got it. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani. That is what the Bhagavad Gita slokam says. And in the Bhagavatam, what is the very first line we read? Sarva bhuteshu chatmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani. Just about exactly, almost, except one word, it's exactly the same. Then, remember, second line in Bhagavad Gita. Ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarsanaha. This is very important. Ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarsanaha. So Bhagavad Gita Slokam. Sarvabhutastam atmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani. Ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarsanaha. Now, yoga yuktatma. Here in Bhagavatam, Kapila Bhagavan has taken us through the steps of what happens to this yogi as he progresses spiritually. So beautiful it is. Right? And then he says, at this stage, this is what he sees. And Krishna Bhagavan says the same thing, Yoga Yuktatma, one who's ripened. Atma means it's not an individual, it's a person, it's what we call in the colloquial language, the Jivatma. Okay, the person who's undertaken this yoga process. The Dhyana Yogam is where this teaching comes. Okay, and Kapila Muni has talked only about Dhyanam, with Dharanam and Dhyanam. Remember, it's the same process. And ripened in that Yoga Yuktatma, what does he do? Sarvatra samadarsanaha, sarvatra, in all places. Sarvada sarva kaleshu sarvatra hari chintanam. It's a teaching we have from Bhagavan himself. Sarvada sarva kaleshu sarvatra hari chintanam. Sarvada, always. Sarva kaleshu, sarvada sarva kaleshu, at all times. Sarvatra, in all places. Hari Chintanam. Think of God. That is the teaching. That's a fundamental teaching, the only teaching. Okay? So, anyway, so that Sarvatra Samadarsana. Samadarsana means not equal-mindedness. No, it is one-mindedness. Seeing only one. That is Samam. See, we saw earlier. Sukha-dukhe same krutva. We saw that in Adhyayam number 2 in Bhagavad Gita, the command given, right? And Kapila Bhagavan has said, right, what is moksham? That is beyond likes and dislikes, right? The same thing. So that samadarsana means the oneness, very important. Sarvatra samadarsana, this yogi who is now ripened in the process of that as we've described. So, what does he do? Atmanam, himself, in this case, Atmanam is his own self, Sarvabhutastham, being present in Sarvabhutastham, Ikshate. He sees himself in all beings, and also Sarvabhutani Atmani cha. All the beings are present in him also. Exactly the same teaching that Bhagavan gives. Okay, so now, then the next question comes. This is very, very beautiful. There is the Slokam number 30 in Bhagavad Gita in Adhyayam 6, Dhyana Yogam. I'm going to share with you right now. Somebody asked a question last time. At this stage, there is no slippage. Na pravartate. You don't come back from this stage. That is what Bhagavan says. And next Slokam, I'll share with you number 30 in Bhagavad Gita. Yomam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pastati tasyaham na pranasyami sacha me na pranasyati. Very simple Sanskritam. Okay, and I hope you all understand it from Sanskritam itself. Okay, not the way I'm speaking English, which is very rather deficient. Okay, put your mind to the Sanskrit word or padangal. You can easily understand it. Once you put your effort, it will open itself to you. Yomam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pasyati tasya aham na pranasyami saha cha me na pranasyati. Yaha, who, mam, myself, this myself, who's this Krishna Bhagavan? No, in the form, no. It is the Indra, the Chaitanya, the Prema, the selfless love, Ekam Sat, whatever word you call it, that one entity, Mom, myself, Sarvatra Pasyati, in every place, in all places, one who sees me, not with the external eyes. This is the experience. Okay? Mayi Sarvam Cha Pasyati, and also not only he sees everybody as embodiment of selfless love, but also sees everything as the present in selfless love only. This is very important to understand. This is very important to at least intellectually first to get clarity and then practice it. Bhagavan is not somewhere else. He's not just in my heart. He's not just only in my hridayam. No, absolutely not. I am present in Bhagavan. Please, this is very important to understand this. This point is so important. And Bhagavan is, I'm immersed in this selfless love only all the time. It is present within me, without me, outside me, above me, behind me, below me, on my side, everywhere. Just like the way the air that I'm breathing in is present. It is present within me. It's present above me, behind me, everywhere. Right? To support this physical body. This is all of us are limbs of this prema only. And it's present everywhere, sarvatra. So not only do I see everything as embodiments of prema, but I see everything is actually in prema only. So, Mayi Sarvancha Pasyati, in me he sees everything, one who sees both. Sathya, to him, Aham na pranasyami, Aham, myself, which is this prema, selfless love, na pranasyami, never get destroyed. I don't vanish, I don't disappear. I think it's permanent. Not only that, Sahacha, and also he, me na pranasyati, he also doesn't disappear from me. One. Permanence. Okay? Yomam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pasyati tasya aham na pranasyami sahacha me na pranasyati. Okay? This Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are indescribable treasures. And to dive into it, daily slokam, and just to live on that is enough. But the compulsion of what we're doing right now, let me move on to the next slokam in Bhagavatam, slokam number 39. Now, here, so what is now then, not that slokam number 43, sorry, 43. So, if this is the case, the same Bhagavan is present everything, everywhere, wherever, whether it is a speck of sand or a mountain or another human being or a snake, it really doesn't matter. Okay? But the same Bhagavan is present. And this is a classic thing, where the example, in the spiritual classes, they always give you this example. At dusk time, you go and you step on a rope, and God, you think it's a snake, and then you bring a light, and then see it's only a rope. So then immediately you become peaceful. But so is it a snake or is it a rope? So you think it's a rope. It is not. It is neither snake nor a rope. It is Bhagavan only. Okay? That vision, that darshanam, the Viswarupa darshanam of Bhagavan, present everywhere, that he attains. He sees that. Okay, this is the beauty. Vasudevaha sarvam iti. That experience you get. Vasudevaha sarvam iti. Vasudevaha, the effulgence that is present in all beings, all embodiments, and sarvam iti, everywhere. That experience he gets, which is the slokam number 43 in Bhagavatam. Sayonishu yata jyotihi ekam nana pratiyate yoninam guna vaishamyam tat tatatma prakrutau sthitaha. Sthitaha, established completely, nothing moved. all effulgence everywhere, beautiful, permanent. Sva yonishu yata jyotihi ekam nana pratiyate yoninam guna vaishadnyate tatatma prakrutau sthitaha. Let us take that slokam. 43. Yatha, in which way? Ekam jyotihi, the one Agni, not the flame. Here, jyoti, we should not take it as a flame, but the Agni that gives the flame. Okay, please understand the difference. Okay, how the one Agni, sayonishu yoninam guna vaishanyate nana pratiyate. Let us take that together. Ekam jyotihi, one Agni, sayonishu yoninam guna vaishanyate nana pratiyate. Sayonishu, with its own power, inherent power, right? How the same Agni, which is present by its own inherent Sakti, the power, yoninam guna vaishamyate, yoninam, the various objects, tools. It could be a small stick that is on fire, it could be a matchstick that we rub and then get flame out of it, or it could be a lamp that we light, right? Or it could be a huge building that's on fire. So depending upon the shape, the length, the breadth, the bigness, the smallness of the various implements, various tools, the same Agni appears different, isn't it? Having a whole huge mansion is on fire, it's so huge, big flame we see. But on a matchstick or a candle light, or a lamp that we light, right? How does it look? Or even a spark that is coming from our fireplace, for example, when we light. So the same Agni appears different. The yoninam guna vaishamyate, due to the characteristics of the various tools. Because of that, nana pratiyate, appears different. Okay? The same way, tata, the same way, prakrutau sthitaha, prakrutau, in the creation. So many beings are there, so many forms. We all think only human beings. No. Expand our heart to include even a speck of sand, even a cockroach in the creation. Okay? It's no different from me. That is what I should train myself. So that prakrutau in the whole creation, the same way, prakrutau in the whole creation, atma sthitaha atma pratiyate, the established, the indweller in all the beings, appears different. That's all. Same way Agni appears different based upon the characteristics of the tool. Same indweller, one indweller, appears as so many different beings based upon the characteristics of the tool. The tool could be a speck of sand, a blade of grass, or a 6-foot human being, or a dog. It really doesn't matter. Each one is different. Correspondingly, it appears different, but it is only one. That oneness that he sees. Vasudevaha sarvam iti. That one, we're just going to share the slokam from Bhagavad Gita on that, so that the same teaching is given. Okay, then we will close for today. Now, slokam 43. Sa yonishu yata jyotihi ekam nana pratiyate yoninam gunavaishamyat tata atma prakrutau sthitaha. Now, look at slokam number 19 in Adhyayam 7, Jnana Vijnana Yogam in Bhagavad Gita. Slokam number 19. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudevaha sarvam iti saha mahatma durlabaha sadurlabaha. So saha mahatma sudurlabaha bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudevaha sarvam iti saha mahatma sudurlabaha. See the important jnanavan. See the stage that Bhagavan is talking about, what jnanam is. Okay, Kapila Bhagavan's teaching we have heard, and we just heard Krishna Bhagavan's teaching also, right? So this Jnanavan, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Bahunam, many Janmanam births, Ante, at the end of it, at the end of many births. This Jnani, through the yoga process, we're all doing it, whether we recognize it or not, okay? Everyone, Bhagavan is guiding us, okay? But now, at the end of many births, then I come to this Jnatum stage that Kapila Bhagavan described, that we just saw from Krishna Bhagavan also. That stage is Jnanavan, Vasudevaha, Sarvam iti. Sarvam, everything is Vasudeva only. Vasudeva means, but the Deva means effulgence. Vasu means one who is living in Vasu. The effulgence that is present, the Deva Shakti that is present, that everything is Vasudeva only iti. That Mam, knowing that Jnanavan with a personal knowledge, Mam prapadyate, he attains me. He comes to me. Prapadyate, reaching home. He comes there up with this knowledge, seeing me everywhere. Saha, Mahatma. Now that is the true Mahatma. Not any title we may give to any other human being. No, it doesn't work. Okay. He is a true Mahatma. That and Saha, Sudurlabhaha. He is very rare to be seen. Swami says elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita, so many millions of people embark on this process. But only a few hang on and hold on to it and continue. Even among those very few, only an extremely handful only reach the goal. That's what he says. So Sasu Durlabhaha is very rare. This Mahatma is very rare. Vasudevaha Sarvam iti. That is the drishti, that is the vision, the Visvarupa Darsanam he attains. Right? So, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevaha Sarvam iti Saha Mahatma Sudurlabhaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santetan Tetan Tihi Harihi Om.